everybody, welcome to another ActionFeatures.net Toy Talk review. This is number 2 of our videos on the NECA RoboCop line that I'm doing solo since Blaze hasn't seen the RoboCop films. This time around we're taking a look at the 8-bit NES Nintendo Vintage Game Tribute, which is next in the line of the NECA 8-bit tributes. First up was the Jason figure, second was the Freddy figure, and then now third is this RoboCop. Fourth is the Predator. I think it covers everybody, right? The Predator's not out yet. This is the latest release. They all come in these great boxes that replicate the vintage box for the video game. They've got this nice kind of painted on wear lines all around, which I think is really, really cool. The Real Toys logo has been altered to look more like the Data East logo, who's the one that made the game. And then we've got this official NECA seal of quality down here, which is a play off the official Nintendo seal of quality. And then we've got part man, part machine, all toy along the top there, ages 17 and up. Great shot from the RoboCop poster. The back of the box, I'll read this to you real quick so you don't have to strain your eyes. The future of law enforcement, a sadistic crime wave is sweeping through old Detroit. The situation is explosive. In fact, it is so bad, a private corporation, OCP, has assumed control of the police force. Then, a research team creates an unstoppable, indestructible law enforcement cyborg named RoboCop. Using a wild assortment of weapons, including RoboCop's special issue Auto 9, you must stop every sleazeball criminal you encounter with deadly, piercing accuracy. But beware, there are forces on the street, and with an OCP that will stop at nothing to see RoboCop eliminated. Prepare yourself for non-stop action with one of the coolest figures you will ever own. It's going to take more than a cop to clean up the scum of old Detroit. It's going to take RoboCop. Your move, creep. Then we've got an explanation down here within that film reel logo of what all this comes with. Spring-loaded holster, authentic game deco, and Auto 9 accessory. NECA brings you arcade realism at home. That's some cool box stuff going on there. What's really neat about this box, though, is it has the opening panel up front. And I'm a big fan of this on like 1/6 scale figures when you can open the panel and take a look at the figure. So seeing this on a 6-inch figure is always really nice, because that way, for people that like boxed stuff and but still want to have their loose figure, you can take him out or you can look at him whatever you want to do. This box isn't even taped. You can just open this top panel, remove that tray inside, and then you've got him. Over here we've got a little image that looks like it's from the game, and then typeface that looks like it's from the game, where we get short-range sensor, biometabolizer, oil pressure motor unit, talks about all the things, and then his 3' directives, and of course Directive 4 is classified. Guess what? It's that he can't go against anybody that works for OCP. Alright, down below we've got the indicator for his life and his weapons and his functions and all that stuff. And behind him we've got this sort of 8-bit imagery from the game, like background-y type stuff. Inside the bubble, RoboCop actually has the leg holster opened up. So you can see the gun inside the holster. It's a little tough to see from inside the package, so when we get him out of there, we'll take a closer look at that. So let's get him out of there. And here we have RoboCop out of the box. I've left his holster open. This is how he comes straight out of the box. The holster has the gun inside, and this is going to be kind of difficult for me to do from this angle, and I'm going to try and do this, but it's a little tough. To get this to close back up, you just have to press this and make sure your finger is not in the way of the button in the back. There we go. And it just clicks closed. It has a little button along the back of the thigh that you press, and it pops it back open. Just like, work, there we go. Pops it open, and there's the gun inside. Don't fall down, RoboCop. The gun actually sits in here. There's a little peg that goes into the trigger guard, and then a little like clip area that you want to sit inside of. The gun itself, and it's going to be tough for you to see this, it actually has, I think, a little bit of a blue paint app to it. If I'm not mistaken, I thought I noticed that. And that just goes right into his hand. Just get in there, Robo. And then we just close this back up. You gotta watch out on this leg holster though. Sometimes this side panel will pop off, and it just is held on by a couple little tiny pegs. So be careful when you're popping that in and out. I had mine pop off and I just popped it right back on, but still, you don't want to put too much stress on that plastic and have it break eventually. As you can see, he's painted up to look like the video game, obviously. He's molded in blue, or at least painted in blue, but it looks like it's probably molded. And then he's got these nice sort of cobalt steel, bluish steel paint apps all around on the front of the chest, and then the front of these thighs, the shoulders, and then the front of the helmet. It gives it this really, really cool look that doesn't even have to be, you know, a video game look to me. It just looks either like maybe a stealth RoboCop or an animated version of RoboCop. It's just a really cool paint app all over. In fact, I think it's the strongest of the 8-bit stuff so far. And the other ones are kind of just molded in a color and a sort of a translucent type plastic and then painted up. And they look great. I think they're really cool. But this one I think really, really shines. It's just an awesome looking paint app. If you want to see closer pictures of it, they'll be in the info section as usual, and you can just go straight to the link. I'm also very, very happy that they used the spring holster version on this. Since it's only been released once, both Nightfighter and Battle Damaged reused the original RoboCop, but this one is using the spring action holster. He does not come with the switch out Robo Spike hand, and you really can't switch another one onto it since it's this blue plastic. It would look kind of strange to have the black one on there, but you know, who cares? It just looks cool, so you really don't need that extra hand that much. He retails for about $19.99 at most places, and they'll be in the info section. There'll also be a link if you want to order one. I'll send you a link to some places you can order him, which is not bad, and it's pretty much the only RoboCop that's still available. The Night Fighter one is kind of dried up from Toys R Us, and the original one's been long gone. And the spring action holster one you can still find on eBay and things, but most retailers online have sold out of him. But this one is just now hitting and it's still available. It's really cool, both for fans of the old Nintendo games, anybody that's collecting that series from NECA, the 8-bit series, which is going to keep on going, it seems like, or if you just want a cool RoboCop on the shelf. The Ed 209 just came out, and this one makes a cool play off of that. Like, you can get them kind of bundled together and buy them all at once, and then you've got a Robo and an Ed 209. The only thing is that he's not the most accurate to the film, obviously, but he's still a RoboCop. He's got these nice painted details, which I forgot to mention, on his face, that again add to what I think is this more of animated feel to it. I can't really see it too well just in this video, but like I said, if you hit the info section, you'll get some clear pics of it. Give me a second here, and I'm going to line up all the Robos together so you can see them all at once. There's the RoboCop lineup. So we have the original release, Battle Damage, Night Fighter. They all share the same mold. And yeah, I did paint my Night Fighter RoboCop face, which we'll get to when we get to his review. And then we've got the original spring holster release, and then the redo of it as the 8-bit we're taking a look at now. Well, all these figures pretty much have the same articulation across the board, and that's a ball-jointed head, a hinged, well, I guess this is more like a ball and swivel? I don't even know how to describe that. It's like you swivel up and down and it goes in and out. It's not really a true ball joint. I guess it's a, who knows. It swings in and out and then up and down. And then he's got a normal elbow joint that's just hinged. He's got a swivel at the top of his forearm. And then he's got a ball jointed upper torso, regular waist swivel, and he's got a ball jointed hip on both sides. Even with that spring holster thing, he's still got a ball joint on that other side. And then he's got regular knees, and then hinged knees and a hinged ankle joint. He's also got these really cool pistons along the back, which move in and out as you move the foot up and down. And that'll be across the board on all these figures as we do the reviews. I'll say it again each time, but there it is. And there he is, standing up next to the rest of them again. So you can see there's a lot of variety here amongst the different RoboCops, even though they're pretty much using the same mold, slightly tweaked here and there. These two are exactly the same. That one's pretty much all on its own, and then these two are the same but with different paint apps. Let's take a look at the 8-bit RoboCop next to Ed 209, though, that we can get a good size comparison between those two. And lastly, we've got the video game 8-bit tribute RoboCop next to Ed 209, which are the two currently available pieces from NECA. As you can see, the size is quite different, but he still looks really cool, even though he's the tribute version next to him. The blue kind of reminds me of the later, like, RoboCop 3, where it had more of a bluish tint to the armor. It wasn't this extreme, but I really liked when Kenner would repaint stuff and do crazy things. So for me, this is kind of a cool variant RoboCop to put next to him. It doesn't even have to be, like I said earlier, an 8-bit version. As I said before, hit the info section if you want to check out still pictures of it. Stay tuned to the channel for the rest of the NECA RoboCop line, and keep buying that NECA RoboCop product. See you guys.